surprised to see the Renata. I do like the combo of the Renata and the Draven. That can be a pretty fun lane down in the bottom side. And also there are a lot of champions from OMG that are looking to jump in. That ulti, that hostile takeover.
OMG challenges, not really, because Rio is all the way in Narnia on the top side, just clearing out his camps. But that is level 6 acquired and the first dragon of the game for LGD.
So losing out onto that flash, having as much of a push top lane at the point at which those grubs were taking. There was no reason for you to go too aggressive, Starry.
Tangyuan, if he can tank it up first and give the cash over to Shaoye, beautifully executed. First blood and the cash in goes over to Shaoye's Draven.
And haichao didn't even arrive. Did he get his teleport cancelled on through as well? Really unfortunate. And the fact that they now get 2, it's going to put so much extra pressure on OMG to try to compete around this Drake. Now, we still haven't gotten to see a full team fight at the moment. Hery and Sasa not interested whatsoever in getting involved. Instead, it was Tangyuan stepping up.
The fact that they had 2 in the mid lane pushing and Hery pushing on the top lane. We've got Rift Herald about halfway through, hits health bar. 3k HP, Heng now sees it. Can they look for a steal? Glacial Fissure breaks open the fight. Heng secures the Rift Herald away from OMG, but can anyone pick up the eye? Everyone from OMG is stepping on top of it to make sure that it goes down so that no one can summon the Herald later on. The bot side that Tangyuan was unlocked with thanks to Heng getting aggressive in the jungle. Also, takeover is at the ready. Jump in from Rio, splits them apart. Hostile takeover, snags on the 2. Rio and Moham trying to kill each other as they are forced to flash away. Now Sasa is in the fray, looking to cut them down with the needlework. Haichao separating one on the right side.
What is this fight?
Flash to get out. The fight is completely split apart. Rio's the first casualty in the fight, and now OMG are trying to run down Shaoye and prevent a cash-in from coming out. Hery has completely split off the Draven, and there will be no money left saved up for LGD's AD carry to cash in, but Heng is able to blast haichao back to the fountain with a bonk stick, and now Hery in a 1v3. Can he make a miracle happen? He's forced to retreat. The flash empowered rune prison from Tangyuan will put an end to the Embessa's reign, but now a new challenger potentially approaches in Moham's Braum, but he doesn't have smite. So there's no chance in trying to yoink this one away. It's 3 dragons to LGD in game 1 of this series.
Right here. And oh boy, this Yanara is now looking pretty strong. Starry is now in a pretty good position to be able to take over the game if he feels like he can with those Fiend Hunter bolts. Obviously, synergizes incredibly well with the ulti. Rio looking for something a little bit sneaky right here, a little bit of a lane gank. Sasa does have a lot of damage and survivability available to him though, and just about gonna wander back down. Oh no.
He doesn't know. Oh no, Sasa does have a flash available. Okay, well, he just runs to the right side.
Skip and slash, apparently, was all that was really needed to be able to get Sasa back away from this fight. And this has been the problem for OMG that we have seen. As much as Rio looked really good on the Vi during the early game, he wasn't actually particularly impressive in the early stages of the game on this.
Front-to-back fights are not really in our favor, especially when we're down this much gold. Let's just try and split individuals and isolate them for our carries to jump onto. Just like with YCX, he does get tagged with the full Braum passive. Rio jumps in, crescent guard, but the hostile takeover well-timed, and it allows YCX to live. But Shaoye doesn't collect on another cash-in from Rio's body, as he's able to sidestep the second part of that whirling death.
We'll take this fight in a couple of seconds' time. Has been really important so far. We've seen also YCX, getting that stop on the teleport on the haichao. He's overall played himself a very competent
nearly down
top lane.
4.5 thousand gold. Yeah, I mean, LGD know that OMG are the ones forced to try and steal the dragon or deny the dragon soul away from them.
TP.
We're TPing in this fight,
really?
Okay. That's cool. I thought you would just want to continue pushing on the top side, but LGD want to try and finish this game right here, right now, off of this fight. Rio pops the crescent guard. Glacial Fissure hits no one, but it does split up the fight even more. Hostile takeover only tags 1. Great use of the shield by Moham to block that for the rest of the team. haichao looks for the play. Ember's Divide running to Heng, but the Cyclone isn't the answer. He's the first casualty. The rest of OMG trying to continue playing through Starry and haichao as he is eliminated, and so is Starry. Here comes Sasa and Shaoye ready to cash on in. Triple kill for Tangyuan as he once again leads LGD to victory and sends Rio packing.
Tangyuan just dealing the damage right there during the fight, managing to land so many bounces through. Also just going to teleport himself up to the top side and make sure that Rio will go down. That does leave Sasa a little bit vulnerable right here, just about going to be able to jump away. I think Rio's going to give them a bit of a runaround right now. It doesn't matter, you're going to lose a mid lane tower for this. Now you can peel back as Shaoye.
Cash in?
It's wasting time, but I mean, I don't think you care.
At some point, LGD might just say, guys, is it worth it to chase this Xin Zhao across the map?
Well, think about when he dies. There's a Baron up, and he's going to be dead now for a long time.
The rest of OMG are trying to book it to the top side just to establish vision control, because you have to know that this will be the next objective that LG look at without a jungler for 42 seconds, but...
Decision.
Shaoye's got to be a little careful. No flash available. Still a cleanse, but if he gets swooped in by an Emperor's Divide, it will not matter. Everyone from LGD is in the pit. Public execution does not land because he used the stasis to block it. Baron secured. Can they fight out of the pit? The Emperor's Divide onto 3, but haichao is the only one that can hit. He takes out Tangyuan, but now has to rely on Hery and Starry to clean up the rest. OMG have to rally behind their 2 remaining carries. Rio's back from the grave, but Shaoye gets another cash in, picks up the double, and I think LGD are running away with this one.
Well, they're going to get themselves, I say out. Rio still hunting, still looking for a potential final kill. Shaoye kind of caught right here. He's got the Baron empowered recall.
W?
No!
Oh my goodness! Okay, well, Rio is going to put an end to Shaoye's reign on the Draven.
They are in control at the moment. You have got all of the gold, all of the kills exactly where you want it to be right now. And they've also got as much control over this Drake pit as they want.
They're pushing into LGD, which could be a great position for YCX to unleash his ultimate. Will Moham use the shield preemptively? Sasa trying to threaten on the left. 3k HP on the dragon right now. Wind becomes lightning, brings it 2k. Hostile takeover, right on haichao, tries to flash away. Rio does secure the dragon and denies soul point once again. Moham is trying to make sure that he can protect his backline, but Starry is all the way in Narnia. How did he get over there? Tangyuan will try to run him down, and haichao has made it clear out of the fight because he was chunked to bits. Starry, no way he gets out.
He's out.
That is
He's
crazy. Somebody cue the Yakety Sax theme, because haichao TP's back in the mid lane, ensures that his bot laner is safe. Hery joins the fray, so does Moham. The public execution on the Tangyuan, and not even a bailout will save him this time. OMG denies soul again, shore up the gold deficit, and they're pushing through mid.
Yeah, I mean, there's long death timers right now. 20 seconds until Shaoye is going to be back up and available. 15 until Sasa. I don't think they're going to be able to end right here. But what a swing in this game. OMG, they weather the early game storm. They come back from the deficit in Drakes. And they're going to get themselves into a controlling position in this game.
Holy moly, Blockster. This is bonkers.
This is what happens. Have any way to be able to keep him alive beyond YCX sitting there with a hostile takeover. Now, that has worked for them so far. It isn't a plan that can't have fruit, but
Rio
I mean,
has
this
GA,
could just
so
happen.
he can just go in with the impunity, and Shaoye, the main gold advantage has been dropped. Sasa goes in, dodges the Emperor's Divide with the W, but he can't dodge the rest of the damage coming in from OMG. 2 carries eliminated from...
Unable to protect onto your ADC. And like I said, that's just going to be a Baron going straight on over right here for OMG. Not particularly strong, but his late game drive to just go in. He only has a forwards button on his keyboard, and he presses it consistently. I really like the way he's been playing it. It looks like they're going to go again right here underneath this bot lane tier 3 tower. These 2 Baron-empowered cannon minions are making short work of the tower, and this game may very soon be over.
Yep. First inhibitor turret and first inhibitor of the game finally breached, and it's for OMG, not the team that had the 8,000 gold lead just 10 minutes ago. OMG now on the precipice of winning game 1 of this series, putting themselves one step closer to qualifying for Knight's rivals and making a run to the playoffs. haichao and Hery being the ones to step up and poke out Tangyuan away from the rest of his team. Quick flash from Heng, looks for the Cyclone. Emperor's Divide is thrown out, tries to create space. haichao is eliminated, but OMG still have 4 members strong. Starry is pushing through the Nexus turrets. Hostile takeover, complete whip, only hits onto Hery. Rio knocks up one onto Shaoye, puts the Draven behind, and he can't do enough to save this game. OMG take game 1.
Okay, OMG.